Hi, and welcome to ZAM's guide to the Plutonus encounter in the River of Souls. Plutonus has several abilities to note. That being said, this encounter is a pure coordination check for all rolls. The floor for the encounter is a hexagonal shape. Inside, you will see 6 galvanic foci. As you begin the encounter, the lockout boundary forms just outside of these. Inside the encounter floor, you will see 2 concentric hexagons formed by unstable crystals. The tank will want to start out by tanking Plutonus in the center of the floor. All raiders should be aware that throughout the encounter, lightning will erupt from the foci and subsides in a given direction when its focus is destroyed, so everyone will want to stay out of the path of this as it will one-shot anyone. While each galvanic focus is targetable, you want Plutonus to take these down. The raid will want to initially be spread out to mitigate Shocking Cipher, a chained ability which will hit a random raid member and all those nearby for 75% of their health. Every minute or so, Plutonus will gain a shield, which channels 3 to 4k damage each tick until the shield is taken down. DPS need to focus on this, blowing cooldowns early on in the fight as necessary, before healers run out of single target cooldowns. There is also a cleansable fear ability named Waking Sleep, which also does minor damage. This will happen about every 30 seconds. You will notice that Plutonus has an energy bar. If the energy bar reaches full, he will cast Demolishing Wave, which will wipe the raid, so the tank will want to kite Plutonus to a galvanic focus, starting at about 50 to 60%, and allow his Thunderclap to destroy the focus. You'll want to do this after a Shocking Cipher, as he will cast Shattered Artifact, an instant spell dealing approximately 3 to 4k damage to each raid member. In order to keep coordination, you will want to find a good pattern that works for your raid as to where to move Plutonus each time you do this. Here we have given an example, but once again, raid leaders will want to work this out for what works for their particular raid group and the circumstances of the fight. The fight continues this way until 50%, at which time the walls begin to converge on the raid. At 50%, it forms a hexagon blocking out the galvanic foci. From this point forward, a high health DPS should be assigned to use the unstable crystals to take down Plutonus' energy, and should have a dedicated healer. The DPS needs to remain still while using the crystal, and once done, Plutonus loses 20% energy, and the raider will be hit for 11k damage over 3 seconds. At 40% health, the walls become a trapezoid, blocking out many of the crystals, so you may want to have your assignee use the farthest east and west crystals, working around the outside, as they will not be usable after 41%, and work inward as the fight progresses. At 30%, the walls form a rectangle. At 20%, it will form a triangle. At this point, the raid has exactly 30 seconds to down Plutonus, as the triangle will collapse on the raid. If allowed to completely collapse, this will be a wipe. DPS cooldown should be timed to be up for this. Since we've used a lot of graphics to demonstrate the fight, the video of a successful encounter immediately follows. Thank you for watching ZAM's Guide to Plutonus. For strategies on this and other boss encounters, please see rift.zam.com.